Okay, all right. So now we're going to go ahead and add our paintings to the cup. All right. So the very first thing I think I would like to do is put just a little bit of our glue on the bottom, and then I'm going to take the yellow. Now remember that the first thing that you put in the cup is the thing that is going to show up on the top of your canvas. So I'm going to put some yellow in here, but I'm not putting all of the yellow. Okay, taking the blue, putting some of the blue in there. Now I'm not mixing it, I'm letting it sit on top of itself. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more of this Mod Podge in here. And now I'm going to take the pink, okay, and put the pink on top. All right, now I'm going to add just a few drops of the black in here. And then I'm going to start all over again with yellow. Okay, and if you pour from up high, then the paint goes down to the bottom. If you do it from not too far, it'll sit more on the top of the paint. Okay, so if I want it to go underneath, I would pour from up high. Okay, and again, the black is such a strong color that I think just a few little dots is all I'm going to do there. And then I'm going to start again with the yellow, then the blue, and then the red. Okay, and once again, just a teensy bit of the black. Okay, so now what I have is a rather dirty looking cup here. Okay? So, and I know that I still have some paints left in my little cups, but I'm going to hang on to that for a while. So now I'm going to take this cup and flip it right on there. Dirty flip. Okay. So I think one of my little pigs came out. I'm going to hold her up. And I'm just going to let it sit there for a few seconds. And as I can kind of move this around just a little bit, maybe. Okay, but I want to give all the paint a chance to go from the top of the cup to the bottom. And already it's looking really pretty here. So now I'm going to pick it up and looky what happens here. Okay, I'm actually going to let all the dots do their thing to the cup. Awesome. All right, so now what I have here is a bunch of very loose paint. And I'm getting what we call cells, a lot of cells in through here, where the paint is kind of dividing and doing its thing. Okay, so I'm just kind of moving it around. Now I can cover as much or as little of this canvas that I want to. Okay, this looks pretty cool here. Getting some really nice colors here. Okay, so I'm letting it actually drip off. Look what that looks like. That is like totally awesome. Okay, so I'm going to take a clean, no matter what you're using, whether it's a stick or a straw, and you can actually just kind of move that around in here and make some design if you want to. So I have some little squiggles down here. I'm actually going to squiggle through here as well. Kind of liking that. Okay. This part to me over here looks kind of grayish. I'm not really liking it that much. So I'm going to tip the canvas and let most of it fall right off the canvas. All right. So here's the part where you can really have some fun here. Okay. So now I'm wondering where my other, where did you go? Oh, here it is right here. Right. So let's see if we can get it back on there. Get it to stand up a little bit. Okay, so this part where it's really, really kind of dark, we might want to drip a little bit more white in there. All right, so we can absolutely play around a little bit. And I'm actually just making some dots there in that area. And then I can take my stick and just kind of draw through it. And I can actually break up that part that seems to have a lot of the darker areas to it. I like it when there's white left at the bottom. I think it makes a really nice contrast. So I am going to leave most of that white there. Okay, and again, I don't want that gray, so I'm going to drip that right off of there. Okay, these little guys. Pull them all the way out here. Okay, and let me see if I can get you closer to the camera. But there's a bunch of little tiny cells in here, which some people are not crazy about. I like them. Okay, and you can see on the table, there's a lot of cool design on the table itself, right? And there's a lot of cells on the table. So again, if you had something you wanted to dip in there, that would be a-okay. Okay, I'm going to move this right here. And at this point, okay, I'm going to introduce some of the red because I have a little bit more red left over. And I'm going to well, I guess I am going to pour it right there. Okay, so I'm going to take and just spread it around a little bit here. Okay, and actually I can drip it right off of here. You can touch these, okay, and see what's happening there. That's actually quite pretty right there. Okay, you can do the same thing here, here, all right, you anywhere actually. Okay, I like that white contrast that's right there, right? And so we might even add just a little. And this time I'm going to be careful to just really kind of dribble it. Okay, and again, you can tap. Okay, and I kind of like the way that came out all by itself. So I'm going to leave it like that. This is extremely cool. I'm absolutely loving this. And this is just your basic colors. These are just primary colors. But you can see the oranges and you can see the purples where everything just kind of merged. Now, the only other thing that I would like to do to this is add a little sparkle to it. I'm going to take my gloves off to do that, right? Because I'm so messed up that I don't think I can pick anything up. Those on. So this, while it's still wet, I'm going to add a teeny bit of sparkle to it. And if you have just regular sparkles, that's cool. If you have blue or red or a color that you like and you'd like to add to it, that's also very cool. I have white sparkles, I have pink sparkles. What color sparkles do you want? What color do you want in there, Joni? Okay, I'm thinking a bit. Do I want orange? Maybe not. Okay, so maybe some gold. All right, so this gold, okay, I'm going to just, that's not dry. I'm going to put it into a dry cup because I don't want to just pour it on there. God only knows where it'll go. So I'm putting a little bit in a cup. Now I see some yellow over here, so I'm going to actually sprinkle some of it right here. And I like it. I like it on top of the white. It's really pretty. So I have a tendency, and those who know me will kind of chuckle at me as I'm saying this, to over sparkle things. You never have enough bling, blah, 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 blah. But I'm trying to really behave myself here, not put so much. And actually, I am totally liking that. I may just leave it just as it is. Okay, so I'm going to put my sparkles back in there. Sparkle just a little bit over here. Wow, I'm so excited. That's beauteous. Beautiful, beautiful. Let me know if I want to get without my computer in the paint. What do you think? Beautiful, beauteous. After after this dries, and it will take remember that you have like a ton of paint on here. It is very, very wet. So when it dries, all right, make sure it's really dry. Like you could even wait a week, all right, for it to totally, totally dry out. And once it does that, then you could Mod Podge over it, you could varnish over it. You can certainly leave it the way that it is. Before you do anything like that, I just take a damp cloth and just kind of clean off if you see anything filmy and whatnot on there. I would clean that off of there. Okay, so I think, so we have a lot of kind of paint left over, which you absolutely can use for something else, right? But we're going to call this little guy finished. And I am going to, let me see what I can do here. Take this cup, I'm going to pick up this picture like this and put it right on top of this cup. And let it dry out like really, 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 really good. And it'll continue. It actually will continue to drip a little bit as well. Okay, so you want it to dry out really, really well. And again, after it's done, if there's any kind of filminess on it, just get a damp cloth and clean it off. But make sure it's been sitting here for a good week or so, all right, before you actually do anything like that. And then, like I said, spray varnish, Mod Podge, any kind of finish you want on it. You can sparkle it more. You can do less sparkles. You can do no sparkles. This is totally, totally your creation. Ta-da. And with the leftover paint, you can make another creation, certainly. And there are this technique is called a dirty flip cup. But there are a lot of other techniques. With one of my favorites is the smash, and I use a rubber mallet. Like I pour the paint on, like the different color paint, and I smush it with the hammer, which, I was doing it during a class and it kind of got all over everyone else's pieces, all over the students. And so they were not totally happy with me, but my piece came out lovely. And of course, now I know enough to kind of make enough space in between myself and the students. I have to say, my students are just glorious people, and they were very awesome about about me splattering them with paint. Okay, thank you, and again, this is it, and I don't want to turn it too much because then it'll go all over. Drake It, Council on Aging, 951 Mammoth Road in Drake. And even though the center is not open for projects, the staff is in-house and very able to help you with whatever you need. Okay, Meals on Wheels, appointments, so on and so forth. If they can't help you, they know someone who can. So get in touch with them. They are the Drake Council on Aging. Um, they care about you. I care about you. I'm Joan Turner. Jonissa at Comcast.net. You can get a hold of me that way. You can call me on my cell phone, 978-807-7608, because a lot of people have questions. You know, they'll look at one of the tutorials and they'll be, how'd you get that color combination? How long did it take you to do this? Where did you get that paint? So on and so forth. And if they have paint kits from DCOA, sometimes they're wanting to add to them and so on and so forth. Okay, so so call me if you have any questions, email me. We have lots and lots of other links. This is like, I want to say like my 18th tutorial. So we have a lot of tutorials that will keep you artistically busy and in good company. I'm telling you. We have some dripping right onto the table. Like I said, this will continue to drip for some time. All right, so give it a good week or more, uh, and you will be happy that you did. Okay, again, get some rocks. Walk around outside, get some cool shaped rocks, and you can pour on rocks, eggs, whatever you want. If you pour on eggs, clean out the eggs first. And if you have any other questions and stuff, just call me. And if you can't get a hold of me, call the center. They can get a hold of me. All right. So until next time, thank you, thank you. And thank you, DCOA, for letting us share because there's a lot of people out there who are still kind of stuck at home. So they allow us to share, which is really, really nice. GHAA, which is Greater Hero Arts Association, BATV, which is Billerica Access TV, DATV, which is Drake at Access TV, which you've probably seen this on during the month of February. Okay. Have an awesomely good time with this paint pour. And I will see you next month. We have a few things on the schedule that we're going to do. Okay. Thank you. Stay healthy and be legendary.